sidelines, we say hello to Holly.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Trying to get the corner. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. And he gets rid of it.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Trying to take it back. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Entering settings screen, you have 30 options. Menu narration option is set to off. Entering accessibility tab. Menu narration option is set to off. Subtitle accessibility option to toggle. Entering accessibility tab. Menu narration option is set to off. Selected. Menu narration option is set to off. Subtitle accessibility option to toggle. Menu narration. Audio is only available when connected to your servers. Entering settings screen, you have 30 options. Menu narration option is set to off. Selected. Subtitle accessibility option to toggle. Menu narration. Audio is only available when connected to your servers.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Give to the back. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. When you're around midfield, the analytics will tell you so much better to go for it on fourth down. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Wigman. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
They've already converted once on fourth down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere four-down territory. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't work it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Oh, that stings, man. You did a great job calling the play. You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough ones. Those are tough to swallow.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Right side, it's Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Hits inside, it's Davison. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Dante Moore. And they're not on the same page there.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. They'll send the back in motion. In the gun on third down. Moore finds his target. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. Fourth down, Moore. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
On the move. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Well, lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Touchdown, Cougars. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Davison. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Here's Moore to throw. Fires to the tight end. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Moore will throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Makes a great big play. There he goes. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And these running backs, they practice with receivers now. They're running routes all the time, and you see, they give him the football out in space. He knows exactly how to run routes and how to do damage. And the best part is, he's a running back after the catch. And look at him chew up the yards and make the big play and get all the way down the field.
They're going to run it. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Ducks! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the return, it's Drake. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Tells the run, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the Cougars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to pass. It's Wegman. Back's got it on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Rashad Downs going up top. Out wide left, it's Thomas. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
Stop right there. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. He unleashes a long one. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away, doing it clean. No PI on that one.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
With the catch, it's Martin. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Out wide right, it's Thomas. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking for a man. It's Wigman. Short pass. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He'll be stopped, but not before. He carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
And that's this guy's third catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
They want to throw it. Look out! Touchdown, Cougars! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He'll bring it out. It's Davison. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. Throwing more. Tight end finds a soft spot. Not quite going to get there, and he couldn't get this game tied up. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Sets his feet, it's Wegman. This time it's complete. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Making the adjustment on the play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Got the quick pass. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Sells the run, looking to pass. Stepping to the right. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Oof, that boy's got you holding your breath every time he runs the football. So elusive, so fast. He scrambles around, buys time, and throws an incompletion. But every incompletion even looks good because he's so exciting to watch.
Long way to go on second down. Off-play action. The short hands, it's Young. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And they fail to hook up on third down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Touchdown, Cougars! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Running inside, it's Davison. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
He's going to run it. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Hill. Breaks into the open. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Moore with the play fake. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield, it's Wigman. Escapes the pressure going right. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
2nd and long here. Looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
What a disappointment. No good. Missed a chance to stretch this lead. It's still sitting on 9.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Caught in the backfield. It's Davison. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The run inside. It's Davison. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. They'll go play action with Moore. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. They've moved to the 16. It's first and 10. Tells the run, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Quick give. It's Hill. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Fielded in the end zone. It's straight. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Left side, it's Thomas. He'll be stopped just outside the 20 at the 21 in the waning moments here in the first half. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
That's some old-school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. The Cougars will use their first time out here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The fake and wants to throw. Flush to the left. He'll pull it down and run. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. This will likely be the last play of the half. Drops back on first down. Rush right in his face. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll try the right side. And he's going to lose yardage on that one, and that could be the final play of the half. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big...
There he goes to the left. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Back to throw, it's Wigman. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Moore. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the timing just a hair off.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long.
95, 96 bridge. 95, 96 bridge. 14, 24 plus. Down, ready. 88. Ready, go.
Dante Moore wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. This one's complete. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Dante Moore. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. The short hands, it's Moore. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys
snags it, and there's running room. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Moore to the air again. Here comes the heat. Right side, it's Hooks. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Sees a crease. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the 1st down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on 4th down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
Moore, play action. Throws to the tight end. And that one's incomplete.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
On the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. They're all over him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Drops back. It's Swegman. Out wide right, it's Thomas. Turning it on! The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Looking deep. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it, make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Snapped on 4th down. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but on big moments, big 4th downs, they look for it.
And those guys are so hard to get your hands on. Like, you want to come up and jam them, you know the ball's going to come out pretty quickly, but he does a great job.
Unleashes one deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. Stopped at the 2-yard line and just a couple of steps away from housing it.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
From deep, it's Hill. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Right side, it's Moore. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. Here's Moore to throw. That's caught. It's Davison. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Moore with the play fake. Oh, pressure's coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Long way to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hill. Defense all over him. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore finds the tight end. Ripping through the defense. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Somehow they fought all the way back, and it's a one-possession game. On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Wigman. Grabbed in the middle, it's Young. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Snapped it in the shotgun. Rushes on. Out wide right, it's Young. There he goes. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
The Cougars, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Straight ahead, it's Hughes. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Right side, it's Young. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Under pressure. He's got the tight end. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Throwing more. Moving out to the right. Got a man. It's hooked. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Moore to the air. He's going to take a shot. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They'll go play action with Moore.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now, it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. Oh, he's got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
That is complimentary football at its finest. The defense gets the turnover. The offense punctuates it, uses it to their advantage, takes the lead late in the football game. Now that defense that just gave you a good stop, they need another one for you.
Moore. Caught. He'll be stopped short. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They'd hoped to push this edge out to a field goal, but they were denied. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. But they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the fourth quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
Wants to throw one first. Got it behind the line. It's Broussard. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Changing the routes with his receiver. Fresh set of downs going up top. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. You got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. You can't give up a sack.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And this defense taking matters into their own hands. First down, you get the sack. 2nd down, you force the incompletion. Now sitting in 3rd and long, you got them in their own territory. Big opportunity for this defense to shut this offense down right now.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Wigman. Look out! Out wide right, it's Thomas. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down.
You know, in a 2-minute situation like this, you've got to find your best players on the field, and you've got one of the best wide receivers in the game. That's the guy that you need to be thrown to as often as possible in a 2-minute situation late trailing.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down. It looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He's got an open man. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And the Ducks enter the final minute with the lead. Going to the run, it's Davison. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Timeout Houston, their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And he got nowhere, but now it's decision time. It's 3rd down. Listen, if I go get this first down, there's a good chance this ball game's over. The clock's going to run out. So how aggressive do I want to be on this 3rd down?
He got it. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock and it will be your friend. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps. Why are they throwing here? Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
This has been a presentation.